News Talk 770 AM, 92.5 FM WVNN. Welcome back to the Yaffee program, making radio great again. As you know, the golden age of radio is here because of me. Thank you. What can I say? All right, let's end the show like we usually do there, Walker. We have the Yaffee program rewind. That time of the show, once again, where I remind you, if you missed any of it live, well, the podcast is up on the website, WVNN.com, also the WVNN app, also Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts. What else is out there? SoundCloud, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, CastBox. Whatever you use, it's there. You trust me. All right, at the beginning of the show today, I was talking about Trump's trip to China. I admitted I'm a little nervous about all this. It makes me nervous how serious they still are about Taiwan. I want to believe that they're really never going to attack Taiwan to try to take it. But man, they keep putting signs out that they really want to. Maybe do it through a blockade. I don't know. It could just be about leverage. If they keep threatening it, they can get more concessions from the U.S. or something. I don't know. But that does concern me. Because during this summit, China made a big point about Taiwan. The U.S. didn't. We didn't really want to talk about it. So, maybe I'm just overreacting, but it's pretty concerning. But Trump trying to make some trade deals as well and everything else. Go ahead if you can, Walker. Play Trump Cut 1.
We've made some fantastic trade deals, great for both countries. He's a man I respect greatly. Become really a friend. We've known each other now 11 years, almost 12 years. It's a long time. And we've settled a lot of different problems that other people wouldn't have been able to settle. We did discuss Iran. We feel very similar to Iran. We want that to end. We don't want them to have a nuclear weapon. We want the straits open. We're closing it now. They closed it, then we closed it on top of them. We want them to get it ended because it's a crazy thing. They're a little bit crazy, and it's no good. Can't have it. They cannot have a nuclear weapon.
All right, so that's good. I mean, they agree that Iran can't have a nuclear weapon. Is China really going to do anything to help? I mean, I hope so. I have no idea. So that was before their meeting while he was in China. Now, right after the meeting, he spoke to reporters as well. Play Trump Cut 2.
He feels very strongly. I made no commitment either way. We'll see what happens. I don't need favors. I think he will. I think automatically he'd like to see it opened up. He gets about 40% of his energy or his oil from that. We didn't discuss tariffs. I mean, they're paying tariffs. They're paying substantial tariffs, but we didn't discuss it. We had a total military victory. We knocked out their entire Navy. We knocked out their entire Air Force.
So, I mean, that's good, militarily speaking. I just want the military to finish the job, really, honestly. That's what I would like to see. So we talked about that at the beginning of the show. The podcast is up. We also have the Alabama bullet points, the top stories from around the state. I always post that on social media as well. So you want to like the Yaffee Facebook page, follow me on X at Yaffee or Instagram at Yaffee Live. And Barry Moore, Congressman Barry Moore, says he supports temporarily suspending the federal gas tax because of the war in Iran. Looks like it's going to be hard to get that through Congress. After that, we spoke with Brad Presnall, political consultant. One thing we talked about, not only the state auditor race, which has gotten pretty heated, even though we're talking about an office I would almost assume most Alabamians they don't even know it exists. But it's gotten pretty heated because, as I mentioned, it's seen kind of as a stepping stone. This is your way to run for office and get a statewide seat to get attention to run for something else in the future. I mean, that's what it is. But we also spoke about recent comments from Tommy Tuberville on redistricting. So I want to play those again. So play the Tuberville cut for me, Walker.
Oh, 100%. 100%. The problem that the 7-0 this time around, there was not enough time. I went to the House last week, met with the leadership over there in Montgomery. We talked about it, and there has to be all kind of public hearings. If you change a map that the public has really not looked at and have not vetted, you have no chance to get it done. The 6-1 map had been vetted. There have been public hearings. So this was really the only route we could go. I hear a lot of people saying, "Oh, we need 7-0." We really do, but we were going to end up with a 5-2 if we tried that. We would have lost a 6-1 map.
All right, so he says that. Maybe he's right on that. I was hoping for the 7-0. I think they could have called a special session, but I mean, what do I know? He knows more of the inside details on that, I guess, than I do. But the 6-1 map is still good. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not like super upset or anything. But we talked about that and much more with Brad Presnall. If you missed that interview, the podcast is up. Then, yes, AOC, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, or AOC, as I call her, once again complaining about billionaires. Go ahead and skip down to cut 2 of AOC for me, Walker.
The American Revolution was against the billionaires of their time. And we are declaring independence from such an extreme marriage of wealth and power and the state.
So that's complete nonsense, as you know. To turn everything to a Marxist worldview of class warfare, even the American Revolution, is silly. It's silly. And Rich Lowry of the National Review pointed this out as well. Play the Rich Lowry cut.
So bad, it's almost hard to know where to start. So the American Revolution at its foundation was about establishing our independence and our right to self-government, and was about opposing unconstrained government power. There should be constitutional bounds on the power of government, an elemental commitment of the founders, but they didn't oppose private wealth. They were quite wealthy themselves. George Washington, of course, big landowner. Robert Morris, underappreciated figure in the American Revolution, sometimes referred to as the financier of the American Revolution, helps bankroll the cause because he's so extremely wealthy. John Hancock, also quite wealthy. We could go down the list. Now, she does hit on a kernel of truth at the end of that clip where she says they would have opposed the marriage of wealth and power and the state. Yeah, because no one used this term at the time, because that's socialism. That's what they opposed, and that's what AOC supports.
So he's exactly right on that, but AOC still probably running for president, I have to say. So we talked about that. We had the legendary Will Hampson on as well. He's the official D.C. insider of the show. We talked about lots of different things, including Trump's trip to China, also the redistricting stuff. Then I played this cut from J.D. Vance on the fraud issue. Play the J.D. Vance cut, Walker.
I have two questions when it comes to Rakiya Muhammad stealing $15 million from every single person in this room. Question number one is, why was this person in the United States of America to begin with? But second of all, why on earth are we allowing a person to steal $15 million from all of you without the state government lifting a finger to stop it? Why did it take Washington coming in from the outside to ensure that this person who is defrauding you is going to go to prison? And ladies and gentlemen, that's exactly what she's going to happen. Convicted guilty, and she's going to jail.
All right, there you go. So the podcast of that segment is up as well. We talked about the whole fraud issue and, frankly, just too much spending in government to begin with. So appreciate you listening to the show. We also had Walker on for What's Trending. That podcast of that segment will be up. Thanks to Walker for producing today. Thanks to you for listening. The Vince Show is coming up next, and I'll be back at the same time on Monday. See you then.
It's the Yaffee Program on WVNN.
You didn't start a business just to keep the lights on. You're here to sell more today than yesterday. You're here to win. Lucky for you, Shopify built the best converting checkout on the planet. Like the just one tapping, ridiculously fast acting, sky-high sales stacking, champion of checkouts. That's the good stuff right there. So if your business is in it to win it, win with Shopify. Start your free trial today at shopify.com/win.
O'Reilly. Check engine, ABS, or maintenance light on? Take the guesswork out of your warning lights with O'Reilly Veriscan. The service is free and provides a report with solutions verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we could recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts. Jim Rome Takes on Sports.
Why? Because I have a job to do.
With rapid-fire takes.
So I don't want to hear from you lava pigs on this notion today. No idea what you're talking about. You're complaining more than you like to breathe air. It's like you get up in the morning only to complain and cry and moan on social media about things that you don't even understand.
He's the Spitfire of sports smack.
Take advantage of it. Get up in here.
The Jim Rome Show podcast.
What's your beef?
Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
You've been warned.
Hey, I'm Chris Van Vliet. Go behind the scenes and beyond the headlines with the biggest names in pro wrestling and beyond.
You could pop up in WWE tomorrow. Would Saraya be there or would Paige be there?
Paige, 100%.
So when you're setting up Logan Paul to frog splash you through the announce table, it's going through your mind.
This should make every headline in the world.
It makes sense, right? In Jelly Roll.
We knew we had that kind of a moment.
Mindset, motivation, and what it takes to succeed. Insight with Chris Van Vliet. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.